Kermit? Alright. Um, alright. Ooh. The nerve of somebody. Alright. So, I was just listening to a video that, with Candace Owens talking to, well, let's just listen to it real quick. But, Nene, can you put her TV in her room? I can't hear what I'm thinking. Okay. I think it's real funny. Okay. I was into this clip. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. That we allow children. That we allow children. Because now, mind you, to think that they can pick and choose their genders. That's that we allow children. Hold on. Why is this keep on starting off at that point now? Damn. Okay. Now, this is what I'm. Okay, y'all, you could hear it, and then we'll talk about it. Because he's asking her, what do she think of oh, here we go.
Now that we live in a world where transsexual is a thing, what is your opposition to it? Like, this insistence that we allow children to think that they can pick and choose their genders, that's definitely a psychosis. Like, this was not a thing. People were not struggling in kindergarten. We were not arguing about bathrooms. Like, this is all just made up. You're asking me to be crazy. You're asking me to look at a grown man and imagine that he's actually a woman, and that if he goes and gets work done, that he magically becomes a woman. So it's
okay, a grown man to think that he's a woman and then he could go get work done and become a woman. But I'm thinking if they use women's rights as some type of weapon against mankind or the original man or this group of people with this bloodline that got is supposed to have some kind of rank in here. All right, they're supposed to have a say so that if women or foreigners or illegals or immigrants ever come, so it doesn't make me think about the wall, all the protection we don't have from the wall and all this shit, and we can't send people back, and it's just making me think that somebody for centuries have found a really crafty way to use women's rights or voting rights by way of thinking that this is talking about people with boobs and vaginas voting or having some rights that they didn't have or something, when this really could be talking about the beginning of the downfall of America was centuries ago, when we gave these people rights, and they excessively in the background started to get in positions and created their own group where now they are the women or the mothers that have the decision or the final say for children. Per se, children could be, you know how they say men act like children or men are little boys or whatever. This is like taking away the rights of the original man of this soil to make decisions over these women that they may have married, that may be immigrants or may have come from other lands and things like this. And yeah, they might think that they have the power or something, but in the background, what's playing out from the government side or from the east of the garden is actually, you know, these women, depend on who you are, where you come from, what you know, your knowledge, the knowledge base has given these people some type of power of attorney over a man to turn mankind from this soil into a little boy or girl that they determine the big league shit that's going to go on with us. So this is somebody that can marry a man and turn him into a little boy and then decide all have the deciding factors of what's going on in his life, how much growth he can have, what he knows. Because we kind of blame this thing on like, oh, men, they just sit there and watch football and they're like big old kids or something. But could they have been doing something else? When it comes to our freedoms or excuse me, even men that have like American women, it's almost like a third party is the foreign woman in whatever form they come in. And they have been dictating what we can do on our own soil behind the scenes. This will be a separate intel or FISA court or something else they could be using if they themselves know that they are a woman or they considered someone that is a migrant or immigrant or an immigrant. If they know, if it was passed down by generations, this could be which the witching is or the bewitching is to say which way something is going to go without giving it away though. Okay? Without giving it away. Um let's keep going.
Sanity. Otherwise, you'd have to defend Rachel Dolezal.
Well, there's no. Well,
Would you defend her?
there's no defending crazy. That's crazy. But
Why is that
hold
crazy?
on, hold on, hold on. Because she was a white woman that said she was black.
Yeah, that's a man saying he's a
But
woman.
let's back up.
We're talking about the trans issue. She's transracial. So give her respect. Put respect in her
Explain
name.
to me how.
Because on the inside she felt black. She was dressing like she was black. She was making her skin darker like she was black. She was standing for the black cause. She was working for the NAACP. Just happened to be that she was, born a white girl with blonde hair and freckles. And it only became problematic when somebody exposed it and people said,
And then I was thinking about this too, because there are people in the world that have gone through some kind of transformation or transition, and they were black, and now they went through a transformation, or they could have passed away, and somebody brought them back as a Caucasian person. These things are actually going on. Okay, so this could also be somebody saying, like, somebody can say something about me. You look brown. You grew up around black people. You talk with slang when you want to. You could talk proper too. You was fighting for indigenous things or talking about indigenous things, but you were saying that you were a white woman. But these people, like Candace Owens, they know exactly what they've done. These might even be kinship or supposedly kinship to me, or some of these shifting in and out of the reality, people that know the secrets that God left for me. And since these people hijack my intel or hijack something from me, they just widespread some type of thing that's really only supposed to be for a certain lineage or a certain group of people. It's not supposed to be, it's a small group of people that run this, whatever I'm talking about. And you've turned it into something where thousands of people that have no business in that position, somebody taught you what to say and do and how to fill out your paperwork so that you can have this type of power of attorney over grown ass people. So this could be going on in some families. They pick the goat or the person that is turn them into the scapegoat. And then they take all the rights that's for that one person. It's only a privilege for that one chosen one to use these things, and they keep you out of the loop, and then they give it to all their friends and family or your friends and family, that will keep the secret, and then they allow them to have some type of power of attorney or some type of power over you as a grown ass person for your whole life and enslave you. So we have to look at slavery in a whole nother level, because there's something that there's something that these devils know that the children of God don't know. The only reason why they're able to play this game is because there's something that the children of God don't know. And I'm talking about the American gods or the original people of this soil. There's something that they know that they can keep us in the loop of being treated like a minor or a child, limiting the amount of knowledge that we can even naturally intake, the amount of our brain capacity that we can use, the movements that we can make. We were never meant to be trapped or made to stay in one place or something like this. This is something that is seeming to be some type of problem here. Okay. Where that is the only thing that could be holding some of us back, that know we deserve better, that know we're supposed to be going further, that know we have something to do here. It's this group of people. So it's either you choose yourself, which could be over here, and then when you realize that all your family and friends and everybody that you came in contact with is over there with the benefits and the finances and the power that you're supposed to have over here, then that's a problem. You could be grown and they had children, and I think they do this more with women that have been seen as mammies or at-home mothers. Just because you didn't have a 9 to 5 working for someone else, you might because I feel like this is the difference now. They feel like you're nothing, especially women that are mothers and career women. It also stops us from being able to question or ask or get information or speak in court or speak in church or speak in meetings where they are concerning us mainly. You're on the menu, you're on the agenda, I'm on the agenda. It's not them. It's almost like flipping the table over or pulling off the tablecloth off the table. Hold on. So to give us the imagery that we're talking about little children that's 5 and 10 saying, hey, I want to be a girl and I want to go in a boy's breath. It's not that. We're talking about something else. You know what? Let's finish the
You
video.
can't just be black. Why not? If you're gonna say that a man can just be a woman, why can't Rachel just be black? You gotta be consistent.
Because whatever type of woman she's talking about, like I said, there is a secret here that is keeping Americans limited to make us feel like prisoners in our own land. In keeping benefit. So when they say when you lust after a woman or when you lust after someone, these are people that have already looked into your documents or your files from behind the scenes. You know, the ones they got over there in the east of the garden, more than likely, or in the north or somewhere. And they know what you're worth before they come and pick a per se husband or wife or something here that might have a lot of abundance in this nation. So they must have had to pay their way or buy their way or sleep their way, or sleep their way don't mean just like fuck, but you know, to have a child with somebody there. That means that baby mamas of the men in your family are benefiting off of something that women in their own family is not even benefiting from, unless the man that is the traitor that took other women, when the Bible say you can't find one like you. These are men that took these other women, and then somehow a woman would have to recognize what's going on in her family line and then challenge this. All right. But think about it like this. The women that married the men in your family, they took this information and gave it to their children. They gave it to all these children. They don't want the scapegoat or the goat to know the truth and take back their power, because everybody else has to lay flat. They have to go back to the dust. So they get these professions and they get these, you know, lifestyles and things like this, or they jump lifestyles, leave one behind and then jump into another lifestyle and start living with the privileges that was left for the American, and the American never knows that these privileges exist. And so they feel left out, or they feel downtrodden, or they feel robbed after this situation. So again, your family could be saying that you're a child or a minor at 50 something years old to keep you away from benefits and information that you need to have or that you need to know in order to grow or to break out of some type of we only talking about the people that's going through this process. We're like, damn, you know, if this was tribal, there should be people in the tribe that's supposed to be helping me out with this. I'm not dead, I'm not dying, I'm not this is not a, you know, it's not a normal process. And maybe it is, but the way that it's being handled is not normal, because normally elders are around this person to lead them. So when they say that I will not regard the old or the young, the elders didn't teach it. The children that they taught it to override you or to skip you in succession, they're not teaching you. They're getting over on you. These children don't have no respect. The ones that I'm talking about, that people that know that your children have been swapped out or taken or murdered or removed or whatever like this, okay? These children, my real children, can be living in a whole nother country and having a very nice, pleasant lifestyle. They could also be watching me like a dog in a cage, or watching me like a circus and saying, "Ooh, I'm glad I made it." Or they gave me the secret and I made it on this side. I don't respect her. She doesn't have anything. Look at the life we're living. Do you understand? So this is also what the Bible warns us about, is that when it says that these children going against their parents. All right. So let's finish.
Because she's white.
Okay, because it's a man.
No, but hold on. I get it.
You know I'm right.
I get
You know
it.
I'm right.
No, I don't agree.
So even she's saying it's a man or something like this, but it could be one of these people that's actually the man, but they have money and they don't have to answer to no. We are on the outside and these people are antagonizing us and things like this. But some of these people are the ones that have your nationality, your birthright, and your race card. And whatever they're blaming on you and saying you're a man or you're a transgender or you're this, that's what they are. They're holding a untouchable status as a son of God, and they're not. These are more than likely began to be your antagonizers in the first part of your life, and now they've left that up to some hecklers that they pay some money to keep on heckling you in this manner.
I'm sorry that I'm consistent. You have to figure out why you're
Now,
do look like
All
Baby
right.
Bop. I look like Baby Bop. Baby Bop had good coochie. That's why.
All right. So let's get that out of the way. Now, it doesn't make these people stronger. It doesn't make them better. It doesn't make them more intelligent. It doesn't make them any of that. It makes them thieves. It makes them out of line. It makes them somebody that could be on grounds for deportation, no matter how many of them there are. It makes them terrorists. It makes them domestic terrorists. It makes them domestic abusers. It makes them all of those things. So first of all, we have to get all of these things out of our head that have to do with these things that we were taught by these little domestic abuse hotline videos that we see, and know that domestic abuse has a lot to do with paperwork being shuffled around and witches manipulating paperwork. It don't have nothing to do with people marching around in the fucking forest in the middle of the night. You gave illegitimate, maybe even low IQ people positions to handle paperwork and documents and things like this of tribes and stuff that you knew all along for the past 30, 40 years, maybe even 300 years. You couldn't trust them with these files and these paperwork. You couldn't trust them with these files and this paperwork. But you gave them these, as long as you kept their pockets lined and they kept the chosen one or the real God out of the circle, that they can keep these positions. And you would laugh if you seen who's holding these positions and why nothing is moving and nothing is really being done. Because besides the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things that they put on, just do these 10 things and everything will be okay. Just shut up, stupid. Do those 10 things or something like this. And we're going to keep this thing going on. And no, you're not. No, you're not. That means aunts and uncles and your mother and them had to sell you out, or they had to kill your parents. When they say, in order for celebrity, you got to kill your firstborn child. They don't have to actually die. You just have to kill all of their dreams, their hopes, their heart, their family, their connections. You have to kill those things, right? And then give them to other ungrateful brats that have been using them all this time that don't deserve to. And then we sit here and wonder why there's no change, because these people they want it, whatever it is, but they don't even know how to use it when they have it. Do you understand? So take me to church. And you said sharpen your knife. All right. This could be, do you see how I just flipped over? Yeah, we got temperance. Somebody's acting like they're so, cool and calm and collective or something like this. But they're really not. Somebody is not wired properly here. 9 times out of 10, it has nothing really to do with these children saying, I want to be a boy or a girl, because rarely I feel like that's even happening in households. Unless there's transgender or gay or some kind of awkwardness, like that you got 2 daddies or 2 mamas and they're all in gay rights activist energy. Most children is still not coming home. That thing has been buried already. They made all that noise about, oh, I want to go in the boys' bathroom or something like this or whatever. Like, these are the most of our concerns. And I was thinking about the bathroom, the bathing house, at some point in time through a process that could be cultural or spiritual, when you bathe yourself and then come out on the other side cleansed, and then you do something like this. This is these are like rites of burial or something that don't even belong to these groups, but they're using them to keep themselves in power or keep themselves important, while God's children are perishing in the corners of society. Do you understand? You see what I'm saying? So some of these people have the positions or the things that you were supposed to be doing. You were supposed to be somebody that was supposed to be talking to these people on an intellectual level and putting people in their place and things like this. But some of these people are the ones that are doing it. All right? Okay. So this is something like that. And I don't know who you're going to be. I don't know what's going to be happening, whatever this is. But whatever the fuck y'all got on me, it's time for it to come off. Okay? It's time. And God said go back to the word or the words, and that's where we at. I don't got no time for it. So this is one of the things that they have allowed for people to do, royals or whoever else. to take advantage of the fact that these people are in the wrong spot and they have to be removed in order for somebody else to actually live, for you to even start breathing. It's like they've already changed it where you got to pay for air. So for you to even breathe right after going through this process, you have to knock down these walls. It's like the walls of Jericho or some shit like this. I know now. Okay. Now imagine these people are working, because I just heard we'll never be royals. Okay. It don't run in our blood, but that's them now. That's not me. Okay. So you're still trying to blaspheme something and send shit in here right now that don't got nothing to do with you. So these are people that'll go in and fuck up your royal heritage and rip up all the papers and burn down the rooms. You know what I'm saying? So that you can stay, once you do find out, you will be on the level is that they're going to be. If they're about to fall, you're falling with them. You're not going to keep your royal lineage. You're the only royal here. This is why we didn't tell you how the shit works in the first place. All right? So you can have to look back and chart down and, all these things, about who you are. This is like a process that they're supposed to handle with care. And you take these people and plop them in the middle and just leave them there like they know what the fuck to do next. This don't even have nothing to do with what regular people would be even thinking. So all this time for 7 years, these people, not only did they fuck up your whole life, not only have they been living as highbrows and having extra finances coming in to help them find their way and get to their way and pay their way in, but they've been making the pay to stay out. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. So I'm not going to go for that. All right. I'm telling you, there's grown ass people here. The reason why you feel like you, and they say, just get up, get working out, exercise, stop smoking and stuff. Like these are some kind of protocol or something for me to move to the next step in my spiritual or my so-called birthright journey. Like, no, I need you to be persecuted for what the fuck you did. I need everything to be written back how it was and my shit handed to me, man. Not playing with people, because they would not say nothing if we didn't, or if I didn't find out or something like this. I'm not letting go of it. I'm not letting go of it. Also, some of these people I'm hearing this process is they were waiting. They're waiting to see what you're going to say right now so they can kill one of your powerful clones or your beings here. Or they can say whether you go to heaven. But it says that I shall not suffer a witch. Okay. And it also says that these serpents or whatever like this, these brooding vipers do not choose who live or die, who go to heaven and who don't, who go through a spiritual journey or not. You do not choose any of this. And that's why their head is going to be cut off with the midsection. You understand? I don't want you, you don't choose nothing with my body. You ain't even on the level to be dealing with my bodies. And this would be like the olden days when they come burn your motherfucking city down with you and your children included. You fucking around with my shit trying to ruin my walk to the other side. When the motherfucker, you can't even do it because you didn't even allow this person to live, you dummy. The person ain't even took their first breath yet. What are you talking about? These people is no better. And I don't trust them. No, you'll never be royals. Even though you've been doing it for the past 20, 30 years. In my name. In my name, you've been doing it in my name. Even Caucasian people, you've been doing it in my name. Or the images that you've been shown for the last 50 years or something like this on the media. You've been doing it in my name. In the name of God, you've been doing it in my name. Told you. Ain't nobody but like niggas that don't want to see another motherfucker go to the top or be something that they never can be. To ruin something. It's a trait. Now, this is an order for me. Okay, to let a motherfucker know you ain't doing it like this with me. But for other people, this is like somebody that'll go ruin somebody's birthday party because they wasn't invited. You know what I'm saying? Or come send some vandals or shadows in to come and harm after your birthday because they was mad because you didn't let them know or you didn't invite them. We got the King of Pentacles here. Smashing pumpkins. And we got the Three of Swords here. Somebody could be preparing something, or somebody could be a farmer or a tiller of the soil. Somebody's name could be Tiller, Farmer, Dale, Farmer in the Dale. Okay. Somebody could be born. October could be very significant. I'm just using these cards because I don't know. I'm just trying to lighten up my card experience. And I like vibrant cards, and it's something about these image on these cards that's very vibrant while I'm using it right now. All right, this could be also somebody that's a farmer or a tiller, but they have you as a shepherd or a farm animal or a techie or a robot or something like this, or some crop that they need to manage instead of you being the actual farmer or the owner of the plantation or the business or the empire or the corporation or the company or whatever this is. Somebody lied to take a farm from somebody. Somebody lied to take a farm from somebody or some plot of land or a home. Somebody's made a big ass lie. Now, these people could be already in so-called fake elite status, but they don't want your ass to have nothing. They see that the town is running you out, but they want me to be a high priestess that's going to end up living in my car for 6 months until I get it right. Like I'm not the motherfucking direct heir to the British throne. And so since you was able to do this with these high priestesses and these witches and stuff like this, or put them through this process, you think that that's what you're going to be able to do. This could be a rundown old farm or something that I was going to get. Nobody wants it. They could have just sold it, but they knew somebody had to look at your future and know that you was going to be homeless. People were going to be mistreating you. People were going to mistake your royal identity and make it seem like you're a pauper or something and treat you as though you're one. And you was going to need a place to stay. And this rotten motherfucker then went and signed some paperwork. Don't nobody want this dilapidated property. Whatever this is. Nobody don't even want it. But you would have been happy there. Rebuilding yourself. Because these people know that you don't need nothing but yourself and a roof over your head and a certain amount of money that's actually yours that you should supposed to been getting since you was little. And when these people came back from playing around and spending all their money, they would have found you very stable, and they would have to go back to the dust, and you would just you would be telling them your reign is over and mine has just begun. Remember, y'all dropped me the keys to this dilapidated place and then you just left, but they didn't even want you to have the keys to it. They didn't even want you to have the keys to it. I'll take anything other than what I'm in right now. And I know that this is something that's supposed to be brought to me. It's something that's an order or something like this. It's not nothing I'm supposed to go searching for. There's formal paperwork or something that was supposed to come in. Do you understand? Okay, we got or Rye or Riley or, yeah, we got Rye. So somebody's name could be Riley or the Rye. I don't know, the Rye. This also is making me think about what kind of bread this come with. And they said rye bread. But I know that when I looked up Culver's and who the owners and stuff is, the person reminded me of All Eternal. So a couple times I thought I got poisoned at Culver's. But I think that this was one time. What did we have in a car? We had the Queen of Swords, which is All Eternal, was jealous or upset or something because they're not going to have this happy ending with this masculine. I think I was about to say something else when the camera cut off. Damn, I was about to say something. It was really good. Okay. I was about to say something in the camera and I noticed that it had turned off in the car. But I saw those cars. It triggered a thought. I was about to say it, but the camera cut off. I don't know. And I don't go back and watch my videos, so. Okay, we got somebody. What?
Put it in that ponytail. That's all I need you to do.
Ask Nene.
My nails keep.
Okay, ask Nene.
No.
No, just ask her because
Why
I'm in the
can't
middle
you?
of doing something.
You can't just do one thing.
Okay, I'm
Here,
just
just put it around my hair.
okay. Well, I still don't know how to do it.
Just put it in a low ponytail.
Okay, my arm. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I can't even lift it up properly.
Low ponytail.
Okay,
Loose ponytail.
okay, like that.
Yeah. What?
Okay. Um. So somebody could be going to jail here. We got this person passing down this money to all these little children. Some of these children could be blonde hair, blue eyes, and some of these people could be different. These could be just African people, people divvying up. We always use Gullah Geechee just because if you study those two, you'll see that there is a difference between the two, and there is a difference in a cultural aspect here. That one is more based in the African diaspora people, and one is more based in the actual original Americans that was here, whether they tell you that or not. So somebody was thinking that they were about to give something over to their grandchildren or great grandchildren. You may not even know these people because these could be drifters. These could be drifters where you was married to somebody in 2020, but it's what 2040 something now, 2025, 2025.
Ariella,
Okay, no.
stop going in my room.
Oh my goodness, you was married in
In
1999.
my room.
It's 2025. You hadn't realized that
She knows how to get in my room.
the heartbreak for you or me could be that everything else has changed around you. And you're looking at these people on YouTube and all this other stuff, and you're like, what the heck?
Ariella, never go in my room. Stop going in my room.
You're looking at these people, and you're realizing that the original people that were with you in 1999 as your family, those are not the people that's with you now. They went on and they have a whole nother family structure that don't even look the same. All right. This could be somebody that got some little African kids. They might got some little Caucasian children. They might got some little, it don't look like resemble what you see what I'm saying? Leave the mother, break the woman, leave her behind, and then go to calmer waters. But I feel like somebody didn't go overseas. They stayed right here on the soil and they built something. Right? This is some kind of, I call him Houdini husband. All right? It's like a Houdini husband. And then they'll have the nerves to say, oh, you mad because he don't do it like me. Well, shit, I thought it was you. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Oh, I apologize. I didn't know that you was bought out or you sold out. This could be a sellout city too. I'm sorry. I'm the last one on the, but that means that I'm innocent. In the Bible, it says that these people that saw the wickedness and stuff, they don't get the ascend anyways. So they're stealing our ascension. It's the ones that didn't see the wicked or something like this. Those are the ones that ascend beyond. So somebody's not going to be able to give this to their child. This is like, oh, I can't join this organization because she is too dark skinned or she's too fat or something, or she's not educated enough. Okay, I'll take the educated woman and we'll go and build something like this or whatever. And then the children that I have with her will be the ones that get all the gifts and the money and stuff. And that's not going to happen for somebody, because who you left behind is the higher power, and somebody just hate to admit that. Yeah, and they know that you took that key and opened up this forehead and let that light out, and you used that light to guide you, and you left this person with no light to guide themselves when they needed to. And this could be somebody too that took your children or something like this, and your children is or something like this here. You really cared about these people, or you really cared about this person, and motherfuckers got to pay for that. Whether y'all, not that many people is going through this. Tarot over exaggerates something. They oversaturate something. They could be talking to millions of people. You think about how many people that tarot card readers have the attention of. There could be 4 people or less than this that actually this shit is actually happening to. This is not activated in every person. It's just not. Most of these people stole it. They stole the light. You stole and raped and pillaged Jesus or the Godhead energy while the person was on earth by blindfolded them. And you stole all that light and you pass it around to these. I don't know what they are. So we got the higher power here, and we got the Eight of Swords. You do not control who lives and dies and who gets what. You ain't gonna get the cut, or you gonna get cut. Okay? These were women that were horrible mothers or something like this, but they saw you not even be intertwined with them, and the more you wasn't intertwined with them, the more you brought a curse off your family, smacking, hitting, spanking, whooping kids with belts. You wasn't doing this shit. You was actually a good mother. These were the women that feel like, oh man, she's doing it better than me. What can I do to ruin it? Oh, I know. I'll kidnap her 4 children. I'll kidnap these 4 children and I will put them in a higher power. This could be somebody that was pregnant or holding a child of yours too. So there could be 5. I know what to do. I will use this gang or this witch group or something, or this cult, to raise up her children higher than her. And I will give this money to them. And no, you won't. You're not going to be doing that. And you're not going to be holding somebody hostage or somebody's man. This could be your man or your real husband. They keep trying to hold this person hostage. This wicked mother or mother figure, or somebody that feel like they're a brooding viper. That's what this is. They thought this was a good idea. Yeah, and the Black Caucus or some of these black people that's supposed to be writing these laws up properly or something like this and lining these things up, they're not working with the judicial system. So really, they're not supposed to even be using your information at all. Somebody was doing something with the underworld here. This mother was always working with the underworld, or this it energy. This mother was working with the underworld, but they trap your man and they sent your children to a higher power or something like this to overpower you. Okay? And somebody's mad because even in the underworld, something like this, you can't even keep this person out in the cold. So this is like somebody that took the husband and wife, put the wife out in the cold, and then trapped this husband in jail or something and stole the children. And they're grooming them or something like this. All right. And I'm hearing that in the past, this could have been justice here. Or justice is the fact that these people is not going to be able to hang you or lynch you or something like this, like they have been able to do. Now, lynching, that's a sensitive subject as well. That's a sensitive subject as well. Let's see what it actually means. To inflict severe but not debilitating fatal bodily harm on someone without legal sanction. So to traumatize most people are black people, because they quick to get in their energy. I mean, in their feelings about something. That's a trigger point, like lynching or slavery, instead of slowing down and, really thinking about it on an analytical level. They're wanting you to stay emotional about it and start whining and hooting and hollering instead of looking at the shit like something so that then we could get the last people. This is like some of us are still in slavery, wasn't even born in slavery probably. I said probably. You weren't even born in slavery, but the system is being used on you right now with your mental and physical development. You know what I'm saying? Besides the hard labor that they show us these people doing, that when you think about this hard labor, you think about slavery. But there was other stipulations that was going on when it cut. That's why I'm thinking about even the black code slave laws or whatever like this. The black code laws, I think it is. So-called after slavery here. Yeah, this could also be, yes, by William Lynch. Let's see. Pennsylvania. It say Pitts, not Pennsylvania, but Pitts. So this could be the Pitts. Okay, and then we got the Virgin or Virgin Mary. All right, and then we have led a vigilant committee to keep order there during the revolution. So these Pitts could be doing the same thing by trying to afflict royals and make them grind them down to nothing. They would have been doing the same thing back then, and they're doing the same thing now, but they're enjoying the spoils of the people by saying you'll never be royals. All right, and since you was acting like you was royals for 30 years, the heartbreak is gonna be returned to you when you got to give up all these privileges. It ain't no motherfucking way. It ain't no way. And the women that's benefiting from it is the baby mamas that didn't even marry these men. Or they might have barely married them. They just had a baby with them to take this claim further up. Or they lied and said they had babies by certain men in the family and their children wasn't even their children. But over time, when they got in science and started messing with it, now you created test tube babies that reflect that. When you know that probably none of them kids, not because of infidelity every time, but because some of these people could be galactic beings. And all them children you knew, either way, these are people that knew what was going on with them when it was going on. Some of us went through this process, had to find out way late in the game. So it's either because you was galactic or you just knew none of them kids was his. I mean, and when we talk about Afro's in, there was more rumors about her mom, being some kind of way than mine. But all these women met in the background. I'm telling you, whatever coven this is or whatever sector this is, all the women that ever dated my dad probably is in this sector. And they're abusing the child. The oldest child. Some of these people would have took me as a lover or something probably. But I don't see the world like them. So this has them aggravated. So they like to try to pull my life around and join together and do this conflicting things here. It says the Virginia magistrate who fined the imprisoned Tories. Somebody's name could be Tory. All right. In his district. All right. Now, some people could have had reason why they did some of these things. This could be an old heartbreak from that long ago if these people are taking limitless pills. It's supposed to be a natural process to find yourself. They took it away from us altogether and then they put it in them so that they can find our trails and use them instead. But this is America and this is the Most High. And I don't know who this is that wants somebody to start talking. Because once they cross over and take those oaths, they can't come talking about the shit that I'm talking about. So they leaving me over here in case I might even die on this side. They leaving me to say the things that they can't say on that side. You understand? Why they sitting in those positions or those seats, We got a sailor. All right. This could have something to do with sailors. It said it implies lawless concert of action among a number of members in the community to supply the want of criminal justice or to anticipate its delay or to inflict a penalty demand by public opinion through though in defiance of the laws. So this is this 1895 when somebody was doing this. See, we could talk about everything else in 1895 that was kind of, we wouldn't be doing that shit today. Okay? But when you talk about slavery in 18 or catching somebody stealing all the fruits and vegetables off and then you got to capture them and make their kids pay by doing work and labor. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about slavery but this is what this is. We don't want to talk about the penalty for this was lynching or cutting somebody's foot off or cutting somebody's hand off. I didn't steal nothing from these people. All right. It says some kind of injustice or justice done without authority of law for a crime or a public offense is especially referred to flogging or tearing or feathering. At first, this act was associated with the frontier regions, as in above citations. Okay, in the U.S. Civil War. All right, I can never say this word. Abolitionist. Abolitionist. Okay. The narrowing of the meaning to extra legal execution by hanging. There we go. I knew we was going to find the word that I needed. They was lying on somebody, though, all this time. And now it's time to pay. This will be Jesus coming back hundreds of years later. That's why my neck hurt and my arm. That's why my neck and arms hurt. Because that's what y'all did to me over here by this Case High School in that tree. And the vampires now own the school. And this is why y'all doing that weird shit in the school with the kids. It says meant killing of blacks by white mobs. Okay. Especially in retaliation for alleged or sexual assaults of white women. So these are witches and stuff, or dark witches, or voodoo priestess doing stuff to innocent, pure people that don't know nothing about witchcraft. Okay? It didn't always have to do with Caucasian skin. Okay? That spell work in I mean, just in case y'all didn't know, or Martin Luther King didn't know, that spell work in your speech. This is what you was praying for. If these people ain't dead, this was you was working on. You wanted dark witches to come in and teach these pure. These are children that feel like God turned their back on, or they went against God, or they painted their clothes black and went goth. You know, that kind of shit. And they got the communication, or the education they got on this was wrong or twisted or one-sided. This shift is used due in part to the work of African American journalist Ida B. Wells. This could also be about whales. This is what they was doing to whales, so that they could continue to siphon the energy from whales. That's your Eight of Swords right there. All right, 1838. So that the person can't defend themselves or fight off these people from beating them and then drinking from them, or taking from them, or siphoning from them, to seem smarter or faster or something like this. All right. Notorious Stannaries Court, a seat of the old Notorious Stannaries Court that hanged a man in the forenoon in the state of judgment in his or her in the afternoon in 1633. Okay, Jedburgh. Somebody's name could be Jedediah or Jedi energy. It also says to violate Scottish borders in reference to a town in 1706 on the volatile Scottish borders. So these could also be talking how they talk about the Mexican border. We still could be talking about the same thing here. Okay, and then the opponents of William Orange. So somebody's name could be Orange, or this could also be talking about this. This orange person could be here too that got their heart broke. And then we got this heartbreak right here too. The orange people, this also looks like Donald Trump a little bit right there. All right. 1672. All right. Brother Charles to be peaceable Quaker. Oh, these are Quakerish cards. Had a ferry landing in the James River there. Okay. So, and I heard the name James earlier. So somebody named, it might be a cease and desist on James. This guy has something to do with the James Stewart, all these people, Charleston, and these people that were supposed to be landed there or birthed something there. Or within some of these people that could have been called monuments or something like this too. It's something like this. We got the Ace of Cups out here. So this is a whale right here. So somebody wanted to lynch this person or something like this just so they can take the energy or something. All right. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune too. All right. And say that this person is not the Most High or Jesus here. All right. This was not a good idea for them to do that. So that they can get the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune and try to kill somebody on false pretense by saying this is not the Most High Jesus Christ, or this is a girl, this can't be, or something like this. Okay. This could be also business women or professional women. Somebody might like more professional women. Okay. And they think that you're not worthy of nothing because you're not one of these professional women. But sometimes I respect them because I don't respect them because they know that they did. They know that they did something. They know that they know the truth. And they know that they're only giving the truth to people that care about them, like they're Jesus. Jesus is supposed to be checking people out and giving this privileges to people that he or she went through and make sure that these is the ones. Now, good thing God didn't give me the privilege to give it to him back then, because I would have gave it to some of these people that was around me, even though I didn't. But I could have possibly. So the fact that I didn't, who gave it to you? Is illegitimate. You're an illegitimate child. You were illegitimately birthed. Your parents were not in union or something on all points or standpoints or something. Whenever y'all birthed this idea or this movement, you get what I'm saying? All right. Somebody could have tapped this, used this thing and tapped that thing like the ground with that wand and see if the snake would have turned into a the staff turned into a snake. And we got a watch a snake here in the reverse that could be heartbroken. I just don't think that a woman, man, or a being or a god should have to go through this much pain and suffering because somebody that obviously couldn't make up their decision about something like this. I'm upset with this person. You putting a heartbreak on somebody else because you didn't stand your ground about something. And how can a woman let go of everything and then hear a story like mine and let go of everything? Imagine that I didn't meet other masculines that I touched their heart or I was a fountain for them in some kind of way. Throughout the time I was only in this man's house talking to this man, and I didn't, God didn't find out that these people was pimping my energy out, and God said, okay, well, I'm gonna make these people be, forever indebted to this person. But then you use science to manipulate that and get them indebted. I mean, get them plugged in to another source. Like the avatar things with the tail with the tree, or when they plug into the animals and then they that's their animal for good or whatever. Okay, when they go find one of them wild things to plug into, somebody's taking away these things and giving it to people that don't like our land or our countries or the American dream or anything. You get what I'm saying? So they don't have to have this. Almost like somebody saying you don't have a driver's license or a driver permit. You don't. You cannot be in this particular. If an entertainer wanted to have this status, they would have to be married to a person or be with a person like me, the real me that they know who I am, that you hid from me. So these people latched on to me, left me in the dark, and then use whatever status this is to grow themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't call the shots. Oh, tell her mom. So whatever you're doing is illegitimate. It's just illegitimate. So we got purple rain. I never meant to hurt you or cause you no pain. All right. Yeah, this is what this is here. So Candace Owens and Jason Lee know each other from whatever this past thing is with this family affair or whatever the hell this is. Yes, they do.
Get off that chair like that.
Because Candace Owens might be one of Fernesta's, and then Jason Lee could be one of the Thomases, or Maurice's, one of his clones or something like that. Hold on, stop.
Put the chair back. Put the chair there.
All right. I don't like people being in charge of my stuff. I just really don't. Yeah, somebody like these particular like Nine of Cups business women energies here. And they did something like put the world card in reverse like a fool. And whoever this is that I don't know what that is. This Chariot energy, this businesswoman is about to go to jail. This professional woman or so-called professional woman. All right. I don't know. This always make me think of the Don Draper's girlfriend, Megan. Okay. That always remind me of her for some reason. The Chariot card from that deck. All right. Let's see. But I feel like Queen of Wands back in the day, this person liked young girls. They used young girls back in the day. And then now they use like business. It's like when my person met me, I could have been like a Queen of Wands like this. By the time we got married, they could have been dealing with the Watson girl that helped me with she came in at the last minute. Probably like 9 days, a week or two before that's 9. A week or two before and she was like, oh, ain't nobody helping you with the wedding? Because hey, shit. Ups or UPS could be something too. But Nine of Cups, this make me think about the girl Watson, because she was the main professional, live in Chicago, high-rise apartment. kind of female that I knew back then. One of the Parham girls. So this could also be a forever young version of somebody, or this could be the little girl, Sarah, the Olsen girl. Hold on, y'all. I gotta use the bathroom. Yeah, because it's about this Ace of Pentacles, or this Ace of Pentacles could be me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Two of Pentacles in reverse. All right, this could be this energy here. Oh my goodness, I gotta use the bathroom now. Hold on one second, y'all. I can't even do it no more. Hold on one second. I gotta go. Shit. I gotta go.